Hey traders, let's go over the bond markets. Big moves today. Get a lot of questions and a lot of people panicking. It's typical when you get you get to the extremes. You get a lot of emotional. There's a lot of pain for some people, and then there's a lot of people that want to pound their chests, and they usually do that right into the end of the move. But let's look at long bonds. So what I want you guys to pay attention to. Well, let me go back here. Um, So for those of you that were in the live session today, right, we talked about this pretty extensively. You have three major lows down here from earlier in the year, okay? And I got to see what level this is in 30-year yields, I forget. But this is obviously a major area of support, right? But as we go through this progression, we broke the bands back here in August, right? And then we talked about you probably get the move to the 200-day. That held. Then you got the move back towards the upper bands in the 30-day, this blue line that was coming down, right? Here, let me remove this, right? You held the 200, you bounce up towards the 30, which was descending. You fail there, and then you cycle back towards pi. You bounced off pi, and now you're really testing the bulls. So not only do we run some stops today below this low, but nobody's going to have pi down here, guys, all right? Everybody has a 200. So everybody is going to be bearish since we're below the 200. But we still want to be buyers. I mean, this is just, I'll show you the weekly level in a second, but all these lows down here still haven't been broken. And that's close enough within the vicinity of the pi line, that I hate stopping along just this close to the average. I mean, that doesn't make any sense longer term. Okay? And this is the same area now here. This is the place that needs a hold on the weekly level. So if we break these lows, fine, right? But until then, I want to try to work a core position from the long side. Okay, and that's what we've been doing. So I wanted to show this, some of these results on the long bond so you can see, and then I want to show you guys on fives, and then let's even cover ultras. Well, actually, let me show you at ultras first of all. So I'm going to start day trading this one more. But in the room today, I mean, we were short here. This was a nice I mean, this was 5 points of a swing trade here. All right, but this is the most recent day trade stuff that's been going on. And so I came in this morning short, covered in new lows. And had I had another contract on, I would have let this run. It would have been a really nice trade. All right. And then we got the bounce. You can see it better on the 5-minute. We get the bounce back towards the 30, resold. Kind of went sideways. I sold another piece at or near the bands, and then we kind of rolled over into the close. So I'm going to stay short there and see if I can cover again down here. All right. So I'm playing that near term short. Okay. Ultra T-bond futures. And then let's go over, we're playing a flattener, so we've been short fives and long bonds. And then let's look at this latest move. So there's no doubt, though, there's no doubt that if you've been playing this from the short side, this is the 4-hour chart. You guys can see that pi was very bullish, and then we went sideways and you rolled over. There was lots of good opportunities to play bonds from the short side. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I think if you did, you played it really well. That was actually the easier money to be made. But I'm taking a more global, longer term view, global macro, that the economy is really slowing down. We're, the probability of rolling in recession is getting higher. Um, so all those things I talk about on the big picture, global macro level, I want to be buying bonds back here on the weekly. So two different trends, right? Intermediate term downtrend, long term, and it's running smack into the long term weekly higher lows, right? So that's the time frame that I'm playing. So you have to understand that before you get too excited about, being bearish the long end. And there was a lot of curve steepening going on. You have to understand, the Bank of Japan was talking up steepeners. Um, so there's a lot of that going on the curve, which means people have really been selling the long end. But I could go over the yield curve another day. That's still in a bearish long-term downtrend. So you get these steepening moves in the context of the long-term flattener. So it just depends on how you trade it. But here, guys, this is kind of how we played long bonds. Okay, we were very small up here towards the top of the range. I didn't start buying until down here. Okay, we bought here, really got basically doubled the position here, took some profit. Okay, rebought, sold, sold, sold. These are some of the sales from this buy. Okay, all right. So our average went from here to here to here, right here. I was long 7 with an average cost right at this point, taking profit, taking profit, taking profit, dipped, brought the average back down, took profit, dipped, bought again, brought the average down, took profit. And now this is the latest move where I bought a little here, I kept it light, and then I bought twice today. All right, so you can see this is a good average though. This is only one 4-hour bar that I'm out of the money, and this is a long-term core position. So that's keeping the average actually really close to the market. So I'm happy with that. Okay, and that's how we're playing it. But I wanted to show you guys, so this is what I signal in the real-time alerts, and this is why I would encourage you to sign up for it. All right. Here, this is our position that we were long 4 contracts. We were down on the day, but we didn't stop. We were just, the position was going against us as we were building our position. All right. And then boom, when I bought here, we bounced, we took profit. This was the type of day we had. So it went from unrealized to realized. Okay. And then I rebought, we sold, but here is another example of the results I posted in the room. On this day, when we bounced again, boom, we sold up there, another $2,700 that day, $3,400 in the trade. We ended up realizing more of that. We rebought, boom, we sold. That day we were long 5 contracts, $4,600 on the day. All right. So guys, we do this all day long in the active trader room, and I do this across asset classes. So that was 6 trades that we booked gains on, 0 losses. Now right now this is against me, but the trade's not over. So if we were to crater and I stop, then I'll put that as a loss. Okay. But that's difference between, you got to let your plays bend a little, just like an athlete. You got to bend your knees before you leap. You can't be afraid of your positions going in negative territory. You just don't want them to go, you just won't want to have big size on and get your average cost way away from the market. That's not what we do. We don't just blindly average in. That's what losers do. I'm not advocating that. I'm talking about working a core position. All right. So for me to be out half a point when I'm basically playing the weekly chart is nothing, guys. All right. So you'll see. We'll see if we can get this back in the win column. All right. So that's pretty good. Now let's look at 5s. 5-year futures. And I've just been highlighting what we did this month of October. So 6 trades in the long bond for this month. That's pretty awesome, right? I mean, there's no other service that I know that does that. And this is the same thing I'm going to be doing specifically on treasuries for the institutional guys that we're going to launch in November. So you guys will have access to the same stuff. Here's 5s, okay? We were short 15 contracts up in here, covered, brought it down to, at this point I was maybe only had 3 or 4 contracts on, reshorted some, brought my short up to 6. Now we're playing this from the short side because we're playing a flattener. Short, cover, short, cover. Okay, today I just covered the last 2 pieces. All right, and so we look at the success here. Here's fives, and I'm showing you the example of what I signal in the room. So when we were down here, I said this is verbatim, covering 90% of my core short position. Here, remember we're playing a core flattener, short fives, longs 30s. We want to cover back here and now at the bottom of the cycle and the bottom of the risk range. Next, we'll look to buy more long bonds lower, and that's basically today was lower than there, and we're buying long bonds. All right, but on the subsequent bounce, so you can see, I mean, we booked 437 bucks. We're up 3,800 bucks from the highs. This is professional trading, guys. You bounce back up, you bring your short position back up. All right, here I said I took small gains on 5-year futures. This was right here. I said not a lot of profit, but it was the right move back at the bottom of the cycle. I will resell the next bounce. Boom. You get the next bounce, short, cover. There's another $421. All right. At this point, we're only short 2 contracts. Pretty light position. We bounced again. Then I resold another 2, bringing my position up to short 4. And then we got the flush down, into today's lows. And boom, you cover. Right? Another 500 bucks today. So this is how you parlay and work a position. But that's 5 winning trades, 0 losses, trading 5-year futures this month. So you guys show me where you can get those types of results across multiple asset classes for 150 bucks. I would love to see it. No one offers that anywhere in the world. All right? And we're doing this across here's our results for the last 90 days. I need to update some of these, but look at our winning percentage, guys. 83%. This is dollars, soybeans, live cattle. I mean, you name it, whatever's moving, we're trading it. And it's not trying to formulate an opinion, guys. We're just using my model that I built over 10 years, plugging it in, sticking to the process, and these are the results you get. All right. So FX, 84% win rate. Futures, 83% win rate. Equities, 91%. So you guys kind of get the picture. So this is what I would encourage you to do. This is my site, JenkinsRM.com. JenkinsRM.com. All right. And here's the real-time alerts I was speaking of, 149 bucks a month. All right. When you get this pop-up over here, this is our free chat room. So anybody that's new, I'd encourage you to join there. It's free. And you can message me in there if you have questions about, our trading model or what our company offers. You can also send an email to my partner, Ritas, support@jenkinsrm.com. All right, you can get in touch with us that way. And then here, guys, here's the trade, the open session we did this morning. This is Tuesdays and Thursdays. We trade live together, $349 a month. All right, and you're getting coaching, teaching. You get talk to me live, questions and answers. We trade together. So we go over all this type of stuff. And then this is my full access team that I'm most excited about. We're launching this for the first time here in November. And it's going to be cool. So this is the vision I've had for a long time, is I want to build a team of independent and professional traders, and then we trade everything across all markets, swing trade, day trade, long-term positions. But this is going to be a 24/7 live room, so I won't always be in there, but everybody that's on the team can collaborate. We trade together. We're going to be able to catch more of the moves instead of just trying to trade between 9 and 11. That's crazy to try to catch. You're just not going to have the same opportunity. Okay? So that's what that team's about. But the key thing is this program involves everything I teach my coaching clients. I'm going to teach you and train you on the model. So there's a huge amount of training, a full day on Saturday where I go over all the analysis, executions, risk management, trading plan, all that stuff, guys, we talk about. And so you get training first. All right, so everybody's on the same page. That gets you on the team. And then you have full access, the real-time alerts, the live room, etc., etc. All right, guys, so I encourage you to sign up for that or send us a message if you want more info on that. That pretty much does it. So we'll see what this long end brings us. A lot of pain today. Um, but I think you guys kind of know what the game plan is. So let's watch these ultras overnight, and I'll update you in the trading room. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening. Talk to you guys in the morning.